episode 7 of our VYPE NextGen Instagram live series. Tonight, we are here with our Chief Content Officer, Mr. VYPE himself, Matt Malatesta.
Let's go.
And our special guest tonight is none other than KEANU DAWES from Stratford Forward. KEANU, how you doing?
Doing good. Doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Man, y'all had a big playoff game yesterday. Big playoff dub. What was that game like yesterday?
It was fun. You know, we got to play it basically like our home court. You know, it was right across the street, so there's a lot of people. And like normally, the crowd really showed out loud. Everybody got to play. Everyone got to get some shine. So it was really fun.
KD, what is y'all have the swearing sailors of Memorial. What is y'all's hype man? What's the crowd?
I don't know. We don't have like a specific name. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. But they're called senior men. That's like who kind of like gets everybody to come to the game and stuff like that.
I feel it. Because I mean, people sleep on that Spring Branch basketball over there.
Yeah. No, this year they're crazy. Last year, I mean, obviously our team is way better this year, but I think our crowd has like a big part. We were undefeated at home this year, and I feel like playing in front of the crowd really gets everyone going.
So next up, who you got?
May Creek on Friday.
Ooh, the young boys over there.
Yeah, no, they're pretty
young. But I mean, look, Stratford's in a renaissance right now. You know, football was really good. You guys have been good. What's kind of the vibe of Stratford right now? Could y'all see this coming like middle school when kind of all your sports were kind of good?
Yeah, so I moved over here in 8th grade and I didn't play. I had knee surgery in 8th grade. But, you know, I feel like everyone, by the time we were freshmen, we kind of had the vision for when we were upperclassmen, it would be pretty good. And I think it's kind of all going into place. You know, football went good. Basketball is doing pretty good. So I feel like it's just something we've been looking forward to for a long time.
So, KEANU, I mean, your recruitment has kind of been really interesting. It really got popping in December is when, like, you started picking up a lot of offers. You've gotten U of H, Rice, Sam Houston, TCU, Tennessee, Texas, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Dixie State, Mount St. Mary's. What's this recruiting process been like for you? Because really it's been happening the past 3 months. You've been kind of gaining momentum there.
Yeah, that's just been pretty cool. You know, something that you work for a long time. And like this season, I feel like I've been able to showcase myself really well thanks to like my teammates and my coach for putting me in the right spot. And then my trainers just working with me on and off the court. So I feel like it's just been pretty fun.
All right, KEANU, you played in our VYPE tournament. I'm walking around, and I'm looking around. There's these college coaches. I'm like, who are they here to watch? Sure enough, they're there to watch you. Buzz Williams at Texas A&M. SMU was there, TCU. What is that like when you kind of look to the sideline and you got college coaches that you see on TV? Does it make you feel like, hey, I've got to be on? What's it like when they're there to see you?
It's good. I feel like it definitely gives me more motivation, like during the games, but just to be able to have the opportunity, because you know, not a lot of people be able to have like that many head coaches in the gym at once. So it's just a really cool opportunity to have.
So you're kind of an interesting kid because you kind of remind me a lot of like how KD plays. You can shoot from the outside, you can slash, you can dunk, you can play in the post as well. What's your favorite part about your game, and maybe what's something that after the basketball season you'll be working on with Texas Takeover this summer?
I feel like the best part about my game is like my versatility, like you said. You know, I feel like for my size, I can like handle and pass really good. Because I used to play point guard because I wasn't this tall. I was actually 6'2" my freshman year. So I feel like my versatility just like was able to keep me on the court for a long time and help me play like a lot of different positions.
You know, talk about styles of play that you like, schools that you might like, coaches, you know, in the college game that you're thinking, hey, they kind of fit my style. Is there anybody in particular that you're kind of liking so far?
None specific, really. I like all the coaches. I feel like, you know, all the ones that have offered me so far, I could definitely see myself being in the offense, and just like relationships I have, I really like all the coaches.
Jackson, that's called a political answer. You've been politically spun. Um,
What's been your favorite atmosphere that you've gone to? Because I know you've gone on a couple visits so far. So, like, what's been your favorite atmosphere or game you've been to?
I feel like the best game, the most fun game I went to was the UT versus Tennessee game. I was actually sitting right in front of the student section. So that was pretty crazy. Plus, it was a big, I want to say, rivalry game. Coach Barnes was back in town. So, pretty fun one.
we're talking with KEANU DAWES from Stratford, one of the top basketball players in the state of Texas for 2023. I mean, who do you kind of pattern your game after? When you were watching basketball growing up, who is your, kind of inspiration that you like watching growing up?
Definitely Kevin Durant. I feel like because of his size and everything, I feel like,
Yeah.
I always had a feeling I would be tall. So I just feel like I had to like pay attention to model this game closely, like especially mid range. I feel like I'm pretty decent, like out the post mid range scorer. Like I try and play like him a lot.
I mean, being an old guy, the name Kelly Oubre, you kind of remind me a little bit of Kelly Oubre. Oubre played at Fort Bend Bush before he went on and played in the prep school ranks, plays in the NBA now.
Yeah.
But, your length is what's kind of is the difference maker, it seems like to me. How do you use that in today's game? Because there's not like traditional post players anymore.
Yeah.
It seems like you're almost like a stretch four, but how does your length help you right now?
I feel like, especially on the defensive end, it really helps like get deflections. People might not think like the passing lane is open. They'll think it's open, and I put my hands out, get deflections and stuff. Blocks have been really good this year. I'm able to time it, due to my length and everything. So I feel like just mostly on the defensive end, it really helped.
So, KEANU, I'm gonna switch it up here. What is your go-to Whataburger order? We've got to know. We've had lots of answers. We actually got our first chicken sandwich answer on Monday from Whataburger. So I got to know what's your go-to order.
It was the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich, and I'm glad that they brought it back.
Ooh,
Had it way too long.
That's my brother's favorite as well. So
wow. All right, so how far can this Stratford thing go? Okay, you got May Creek. Let's say VYPE predicts y'all win that.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about the Stratford crew? I mean, when we did our media day and photo shoot, y'all seem like a pretty cohesive, fun, good chemistry type of group,
Yeah.
How important is that? How far can that take you?
Very far. I feel like the reason why we're doing so good this year is because we're with each other on and off the court a lot. Our chemistry is insane this year. So I feel like on the court, like I could say something to someone in like a type of words they know is coming out of like love and motivation, where if I didn't really know them that well, then they would take it the wrong way. But I feel like, just because of how close we are, it just takes it super far.
All right, so NIL is a big thing now.
Mm-hmm.
If you could rep any product, maybe Supercuts, because you have fire flow, what is your NIL? What would be your NIL that you would want to represent? Mine is Starbucks. I'm a Starbucks guy.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. That's a hard question. There's a streaming platform called Twitch that I use.
Oh, yeah.
Twitch. So if I could stream, there's like a lot of streamers I watch, like Bruce drop them off. Like I just watch them.
First. That's some next level stuff right there. Hey, Jackson, I don't know if you're reading the comments, but this guy is a hooper and a heartthrob. I'm just saying, ladies, we're getting a lot of ladies on this VYPE Live. KEANU DAWES of Stratford, super basketball star. Talk about this on the topic of girls. Celebrity dream date.
That's a tough one. Madeline Klein from Outer Banks for sure. No, not
yes. Okay.
From Louisville.
Okay. All right,
KEANU. Poster dunk, game-winning three. Which would you rather have?
It depends. I feel like the poster dunk is good, like if it's like complete contact. The game winning three, you know, we've had a lot of those this year, and just
Mm-hmm.
crowd versus the court is pretty fun.
So you've got a lot of momentum right now in recruiting. I feel like basketball recruiting is a little weird. It's a little different. Sometimes it's more directed towards your AAU teams or like what teams you're playing with. But for you, I think it's really been picking up right during the middle of your season. What are you excited for as y'all are getting ready to wrap up this season and you're going to be able to go on more visits? What are some schools that you want to go to and go visit?
I definitely want to go down to Tennessee. I feel like Coach Barnes, since he coached KD, of course, I feel like he has like a good plan for me. And then just wherever else I feels best.
Fun campus, very fun campus. And the Houston game. Who have y'all played? Who are you really impressed with? Opponents that you guys played, maybe even players that you played. Who did you think, hey, y'all may have beat them or lost them, but who did you say, hey, these guys are really good. I like how they play.
Pataskavita for sure. I was actually at the VYPE tournament.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, kind of shut me down, but I've been playing with those guys since last year. Whenever I played with Family League before I switched over to Houston Hoops, I played with like KP and AJ and those guys. So I've known them and Davion, but I've known them forever. And they're just a good team. They play really fast, really together.
I mean, you're on the circuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you play all the AU stuff. You probably travel around a lot. You play with like the best players in the city of Houston. Looking around the country, because y'all play probably Vegas or wherever, how do you feel like Houston stacks up against national talent?
I feel like we're up there. I feel like we could possibly be the best, you know, in the country collectively as a team. Like top to bottom, it's just dudes that compete and go out and play every game.
The real question, though, is when you're not playing basketball, what is your shoe game? What's a shoe game like?
Well, actually, how'd you say that?
I was looking up there. I was like, uh-oh, I see him.
I have a full shelf, and then I have some more on the floor.
Nice.
More that I don't wear on the floor. But yeah, I have a
Everybody's got the go-to going to school or going out, hanging out with friends. What's your shoe what's your social shoe?
Got to be the Dunks.
Yeah, the all black or the black and white Panda Dunks. I wear those basically every day. They just go with everything.
Nice.
Dunks are a clean look.
Yeah.
Clean look. So, KEANU, we got to kind of see you up in person at our VYPE tournament, and now we've been talking to each other. I've been able to kind of watch your game. What do you think is so special about this team this year, and like a message kind of to yourself and to fans of you that what they can expect from you the next couple of years going into your senior year and also college?
Just gonna continue to keep having fun. I feel like that's why I'm doing good right now, is because I'm having fun. You know, I'm not really like overthinking anything. Just going there having fun like that's really like helping me. You know, next year I feel like senior year will be me. Like the juniors this year, I feel like we're just gonna be a good group to like watch play next year.
So I'm getting a lot of questions in the comments asking about Cardi and what you feel about Cardi. So I mean, I might as well have you take it away there.
That Cardi is the best artist of all time. My teammates, they play Stop Breathing before the game. That's what gets me locked in. I'm here, crazy, but no, he's the best artist of all time. Not debatable.
Ooh, okay, that's a pretty heavy take there.
All right, we are here with KEANU DAWES of Stratford High School. If y'all got any questions, hit us at the DM or the comment piece real quick, and we'll ask them. Decision time. What is your timeline? I know everybody's like, I don't really have a timeline, but when do you want to have this thing kind of solidified? Or, I mean, you know, you got Griggs who went overtime. What's kind of your timeline on this whole thing?
So I think after the AAU season, our last tournament is sometime in July. I think like after then, I'm going to try and take visits. So I'll either commit around there. Like after I take my officials, I'll commit around there, and then you know, commit November, maybe. Like drop a top 7 in July and mid-November.
Nice. Okay. See, he's got a plan. He's got a plan.
So everyone, if you've got some questions in here, go ahead and ask them. I'm getting questions about freshmen from Stratford basketball players, maybe. Who's your favorite freshman basketball player?
Right.
You've got?
Oh, that's a tough question. Favorite freshman? I don't know. It's between Devin Moore and Richard Jackson. I feel like they kind of play around a lot, but whenever they're actually serious, they're pretty good. And then we have Jay. His last name was like Chevis, something like that. And then Joaquin, like 2 people that can dunk as a freshman. Like I've seen them catch bodies, which is pretty crazy. So I feel like the whole class has a lot of potential. And Vlad.
Are you a front of the bus guy, back of the bus guy? What are you listening to en route to games?
A lot of Playboy Cardi. My teammates actually like Playboy Cardi, so I don't have to argue with them to play it. A lot of YouTube, so much Playboy Cardi and YouTube. And
okay.
Boy, depending on what mood we're in.
So we got a question. What inspired you to work so hard and get to where you are right now?
Just watching NBA when I was younger, just growing up watching them play. I feel like whenever I moved down here, I saw Quentin Grimes play a lot, and I saw where he's at right now. Like we actually had the same trainer, so that's why I was able to, see him work a lot, and just how he was able to get recognition. He went to Kansas and then transferred to U of H, but just how he was 5-star McDonald's All-American. I feel like that's kind of like what I try and chase after.
Did you have, any other sports that you really liked playing growing up? I mean, you were probably always the taller guy. Was basketball always a thing? Or if you weren't playing basketball, what would you be playing?
Surprisingly, I was actually really, really good at soccer. Like people would try to get me to quit basketball, like do soccer full time, but I just love it.
So, KEANU, this summer you're going to be teaming up with Texas Takeover. You're going to be teaming up with, I believe was it Montana Wheeler, or is it Orlando Horton?
Montana Wheeler. So
you're going to be teaming up with Montana, and also one of the guards from Nimitz that actually performed really well at a VYPE tournament. Are you excited to kind of get to play with a bunch of guys around the city who are also becoming top name guys in their classes?
Yeah, very. We have a lot, like Josh, 7'8" big man. He played pretty good yesterday. Sean Wells from Springwoods, we played against a good player. Abu, very athletic. So I feel like our whole team is kind of like underrated in a way. So we're kind of hungry and kind of dogs. So I feel like we go out there and play how we play.
Okay, so here's my last question. LSU Kentucky's playing on right now, so I gotta get off and watch my Tigers.
They're gonna lose.
What would your junior self tell your freshman self? Like, what advice would you give yourself if you could talk back to that incoming freshman a couple years back?
Just tell myself to be more confident freshman year. Like when we were doing drills, I'd let the seniors kind of like go in front of me. And at the time, I thought the seniors like super good, but like no disrespect to them, but they're not really anywhere right now. They're really doing it. But I just go back to myself to just be more confident in my game myself.
So well said. We're live with KEANU DAWES. If you got any more questions, ask them in the comments right now. If not, we're gonna wrap it up here. Someone said ask out Kaylee's. You've got lots of people.
Lots of girl interest.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay, everyone. Well, this is KEANU DAWES. KEANU, thank you for getting on with us. This has been episode 7 of our VYPE NextGen Instagram Live series. I'm Jackson. This is Matt. That's KEANU. And we'll see y'all again next week for episode 8.
Hey, man. Great interview, KEANU. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.